Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Clemson Tigers taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Hurricane offense makes its way onto the field to start this game. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive...
Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. They'll give it to him again. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The play action fake. Looking for a deep man. Reels it in down the left side. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. That kind of play is just vintage Hurricane receiver play.
I mean, big-time playmakers on the outside. The list is long for Miami, but finding those elite speedsters down in the state of Florida, it's not a hard job. That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Allen. He's stopped right at the 29-yard line, and it'll be fourth down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on fourth down. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just a...
Touchdown, Miami! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
You're the better team. You're playing at home. That's the way you start a football game. Putting a drive together, getting 6 on the board, taking the lead. Nice start by this offense.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them.
Miami 7, Clemson 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Clemson's offense will take the field for the first time. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape because that was not good. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get them in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give them a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there's two big things. I think, one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to...
Running wide open down the gut of the field. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. He'll keep it himself. Turning it on. Got enough space. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Not a chance he lets that one go. He's ringing it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Trying to escape and get it himself. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that. Now on first down from the 28. Use the play fake, now to throw. On the move, he fires. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. The Canes will line it up on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll try the run. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Got it! They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. And the Hurricanes, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hurricanes! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Makes the grab.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Banks. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Clemson jumps to the line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
a second and long. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Here we go. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got a man, it's Allen. Ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive gain right away.
No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And the Canes can really attack on this second and short. Back to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Backed up now. Here's second and long. They'll give it to the back. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. And now on third down after that last run. Quarterback making adjustments. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Canes.
This guy's an excellent route runner, and he has really good hands. You've got to. That's now his third receiving touchdown. He's only played 3 games. Nobody can cover this guy up to this point of the season.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here and make something happen on this side of the field.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. There he goes. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good...
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Complete to the right. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. The Tigers want to move quickly. This guy has the look of the next big play receiver at Clemson in the vein of T. Higgins or Mike Williams.
Or DeAndre Hopkins or Sammy Watkins. I mean, the list is pretty lengthy of guys that are big, explosive, fast, and they can really win on the outside. And Clemson, as much as anybody, they're going to catch the ball, spin it to those guys, let them go make plays.
Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle, it's Bell. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. And the Tigers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He caught it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, the one thing you know about this team is they've got a lot of fight in them, and that's a great job responding by the offense on that last drive, capping it off with a really good-looking touchdown run. This is now a one-possession game. We've got a lot of football left to play.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking to throw on first down. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on second down. Rush is on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Works the middle of the field. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Finds him out of the backfield. Still on his feet at the 45. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it in their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down. Offense in a bunch formation. Wants to throw it. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack. get a lost yardage play, I can just throw the ball out of bounds. As long as it passes the line of scrimmage, we go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense. A big
intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown, Miami. The defense does the work itself with a pick six. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little...
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Here's a heat. Bought a little time, lets it go. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
I know, everyone's yelling, like, you didn't get the first down, we need more yards. But think about it. Nice short completion, sets up a third down. And guess what? Nowadays, fourth down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. There's enough time left in the half here, David, to make something happen.
Dang right.
Breaks into the open. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
And the Canes racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll ride the hot hand. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. They'll immediately call timeout. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Off the play fake. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Firing to the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And he's already 1 for 1, so this time he'll try to put one through from 39 yards out. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now the lead is extended a little further. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They finally get him stopped after he maneuvered his way to the 42. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there on South Beach, and we've... Lively first half.
The Hurricanes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Well, the Miami linebacker shows you his speed on that play. And when I talk about Miami linebackers, it is a bit of a sore subject for me. We played against the Canes in the Sugar Bowl my senior year in college. I got hit multiple times by multiple Miami linebackers and spent multiple days in an ice tub post-game.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Pulls in the deep ball. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
Well, if they're going to get back in this game, they need more plays like that. That was something that was missing in the first half. Explosive plays in the passing game, and they get one here, trailing early in the third quarter. Let's see if these receivers can make more plays like that as this game goes on.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Dumps it off in the flats.
And man, that is not the third down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays. He gets nowhere, actually loses yards, and brings up a fourth down now.
They booted away on fourth down. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. High the chains now on second and long. Some misdirection with the counter. Oh, he's got some space. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
He throws one to the left. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live in dime. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job by the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very smart.
Gives it on the option. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Clemson is quick to the line.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. The marker rests at the 39, and that's what they need here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. Working that left side now. On the move at the 30. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. Off the play fake on first down. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Spins away from the defender. Looking for the end zone. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets...
Touchdown, Tigers! Great job by the back on the option.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he added the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Running it to the right. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. play action. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his...
Makes the grab down the left side. Off and running. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Hurricane.
Man, this defense has their hands full. They're dealing with a quarterback that is pinpoint accurate, making good decisions, and they're dealing with a wide receiving group that has a lot of speed and some burners on the perimeter. They might want to think about playing some more zone coverage moving forward. That's now 3 passing TDs they've allowed.
He's got the two-point conversion, and they build on that lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap. They've been making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up.
Turning it on. Smashes ahead.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Unloads quickly. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Clemson jumps to the line. Quarterback on the keeper. Inside the 35. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The run from the shotgun. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Wants to go up top. The throw to the outside is complete. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. Here comes Clemson with another first down. The give to the back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Floating away. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Clemson.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And he tacks on the extra point. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And he's going to bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. To the air on first down. Going to try to get it himself. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. The Canes... second and short to keep this drive moving. Leaves it with the running back. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Here we go. Here's the handoff. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. They'll run play action. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Finds a spot in the middle. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. And the Hurricanes trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Might be changing the route. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on 1st down in the red zone. Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. Back to pass. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Cave. Fit it in the window for the score. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can through adversity. Started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the 4th quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. He'll start this drive firing. They're working that left side. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The Tigers headed quickly to the line.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's going to run it.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They are going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic, but we've got fast guys too, and that time, that was a great...
Open field on the right. Touchdown, Clemson. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
If they can move that thing 1 yard here, that'll probably wrap this baby up. There he goes. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. They're just about to put this W in the books, guys. Comes against a ranked opponent, a team that most of us expected them to beat, and they were able to come through.
Yeah, but you're going to get challenged early in the season. It's fun to play other ranked teams and kind of see what you have. And this team kind of proven, like, listen, they're worth the ranking. They're probably going to continue to climb up the charts, handling their business early in the season against a pretty dang good team.
And I think at the end of the year, when the committee's meeting together and they're deciding which teams are going to reach the playoff, this is a game they're going to point back to. Hey, we wanted to find out more about them.
Touchdown, Miami! And they take it in for 6 more points. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. That score looks as if this one might have put it a little too far out of reach.
Yeah, this game's pretty much over. That was just the icing on the cake. But, you know, speaking of cake, I'm kind of hungry. Can we get out of here? Can we finish this game so I can get something to eat?
They'll send the back in motion. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Got his man. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Great place to start for this offense. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. And the Canes have pushed it inside the 20. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.